Brilliance Audio presents Myron by Gore Vidal. Performed by Michelle Hindley. I must have passed out or something from nervous exhaustion. Because when I came to, sitting at this table in this hotel room where I am, I was numb in both legs from having sat sound asleep for what my watch says is 1 hour. A funny thing, someone has been writing something very funny in this account book. I can't read a word of what they wrote, as it is backwards looking. I held it up to the mirror just now, but I still couldn't read it. Anyway, so many crazy things are happening to me that at this point in time, is the least of my worries. Where was I? Even more to the point, where am I? Well, 1 minute I was fiddling with the volume knob of the TV, and then suddenly there was this awful pushing and sucking sensation. And there I was on my fanny about a yard away from Bruce Cabot, who is commander of the Babylonian Royal Guard as well as the rightful king of Babylon, though he does not know yet that his rightful place was taken from him in childhood by Louis Calhern, who plays Nebuchadnezzar, on whose dining room wall God is going to write a pretty tough message in a later reel just before destroying Babylon. At first, I just couldn't believe that I had gone from the middle of the night in our TV and rumpus room to outdoors where the sun was shining real hot, and all around me those extras in Babylonian costumes and technicians were wandering about. In front of me was this tall staircase made of wood that was painted to look like marble. Just off to my left was Bruce Cabot, who was smoking a cigarette and picking his nose. I just sat there in the dust wondering if I was dreaming or not. Well, I am not dreaming, I have now decided, having been here for several hours. I must have sat there for maybe 5 minutes or so, with all these extras and other people acting as if I wasn't there. The movie that you see on TV was sort of stopped from where I sat. That is, I wasn't really in it, just on the edge of it. But while it was still actually being made like 25 years ago, and the scene I've seen so many times on the TV was about to be made, a director or somebody shouted from somewhere behind me, "Okay, people, pipe down, we're going to start rolling." Then somebody else said, "Cue Miss Montez." And then a makeup man came up to Bruce Cabot, born Jack Dubujac, in Mexico. How do I know that? And said, "You've got a bit of shine, Mr. Cabot." "Yeah, I'm sweating like a horse in this fucking blanket," said Bruce Cabot, as the makeup man powdered Mr. Cabot's face. All this just a few feet away from where I was sitting, out of my mind. Sitting there on the ground in the hot sun, I decided that I was not in a dream, but on the backlot of Metro Goldwyn Mayer, which I recognized from earlier visits when I was Myra Breckenridge. Just outside what they call the sight line of the movie, which is the picture that you can see on the screen, were all these permanent and unpermanent sets, a railroad station next to this big water tank. And in front of some real woods off to one side, there were maybe 50 different staircases set side by side, some straight, some spiral, going from nowhere to nowhere like the one in front of me, lined with costume extras in their nightgowns, down which Maria Montez is about to come. "Okay," a voice shouted from behind me. I turned to see where it came from, but saw that where the camera and the director and so forth ought to be, there was nothing but this milky gray-blue square of nothing. Sort of like the glass of your TV set when the light is on, but there's no picture. "We're starting to roll. Quiet on the set. Miss Montez, Mr. Cabot, ready?" Then another voice, the director, shouted, "It's magic time, children. Camera, action!" And everybody got real quiet, even the technicians outside of the sightline. The extras on the staircase began to bang their drums, while these trumpeters at the bottom of the stairs blew this terrific blast. Bruce Cabot got rid of his cigarette and started to look very worried, which is what the scene calls for. I guess I know the picture by heart. I got to my feet, still surprised that nobody had noticed me. Civilians, like they call us who are not, thank God, in the movie industry, are seldom welcome during the making of a picture, except, of course, on those special Universal City guided tours which Marianne and I take at least 3 times a year when the in-laws are in town, and never get tired of.